Welcome to Multi-Teach and Lessons Online. In this video, I'll go over the process of creating classes and adding students in Lessons Online. Before you can send lessons to students in Lessons Online, you'll need to create classes for students in the system. Here's how. Navigate to the Lessons Online login screen and enter using the credentials provided by your employer. Select the Manage Students tab on the top right to navigate to a screen where you can create classes and add students. A new user must verify that COPPA regulations were read before managing students and creating classes and lessons online. This means that parents have given the school written permission for their child's data to be collected by NUITEQ. Download COPPA documentation for your reference from the screen, and then check the empty checkbox to verify that you are in compliance with regulations. Then select Agree. In this section, I'll review features of the Manage Student screen for first-time users. The first screen will be blank, without any classes listed. From this screen, you can create a class by adding students manually or import established class lists from Google Classroom or CSV files. The fastest way to add students to Lessons Online is to import previously established class lists. Here are the details. If you have a class roster in Google Classroom, you can quickly add the class and students to Lessons Online by selecting the Import Google Classroom button. A pop-up appears while the course and student information is fetched. Once all the course and student information is fetched, a display of your Google course lists will appear. Use the checkboxes to the left of each individual course to select them from Google Classroom. After checking the desired courses, tap OK to add them to Lessons Online. In this segment, I'll demonstrate how to create a new class in Lessons Online from a CSV roster. To create a new class from a CSV formatted class roster containing student email addresses, select the Import CSV button, which opens the file browser. Select the desired file. This will lead to a new class edit page in the Manage Students section of Lessons Online. You'll see a generic name for your class. Change it to a unique and easily identifiable name. You can edit student names from this page. Note, any item displayed with a trash icon can be deleted. After selecting the icon, you will see a dialog box similar to this one to confirm the delete. In this segment, I'll go over how to create a class and add students manually in Lessons Online. To create a class and add students manually, select Add a New Class. This will lead you to the Manage Students screen where you'll see a generic name for a new class. Type in the name of the class or group in the first text box. In the text box labeled Students, type in the name of the first student in your list. Then select the Add button. This will lead to a pop-up box. Type in the student's email address in the second text box. Then select Add Student. You will receive confirmation that a Lessons Online account has been created. Continue to add students using the same process. There is an option for adding students without email addresses covered in another tutorial segment. In this segment, I'll demonstrate how to manually add a new student with an email to an existing class in Lessons Online, where you'll select a class for adding new students. This will lead you to a class list screen. To add a new student to an existing class, type the name of the student in the text box. Select the Add button, then type in the student's email address in the pop-up. Then select Add Student. You will receive confirmation that a Lessons Online account has been created for the new student. The new student's name will appear at the bottom of the list. You can add more students if needed. In this segment, I'll show how to add students who do not have email addresses to classes in Lessons Online. This process is similar to adding students who do have email addresses. The difference is that you will need to make note of each student's computer-generated username and password when you add them to a class so they can be distributed. The process is similar for adding students to new or existing classes. In this example, a class has been established. Navigate to the Manage Student page and then select the class where the students will be added. In the text box labeled Students, type in the name of the first student in your list. Then select the Add button. This will lead to a pop-up box. Type in the name of the student and check that the student does not have an email address. A pop-up will appear confirming that the student has a Lessons Online account. Be sure to make note of each student's username and computer-generated password for distribution. You can copy and paste them into another document. To establish a new class for students who do not have email addresses, select Add Class. You'll be led to a screen where you can name your class and then add students. Here are some tips to consider that can help make your students' transition to Lessons Online go smoothly. Your students' first time login to Lessons Online should be handled under your supervision as a class activity. Instruct them to go to their My Profile page in Lessons Online to change their computer-generated passwords to the one that is used for school applications. This is a good time to provide your students with an overview of how they can access lessons and use the student features of Lessons Online. Details for setting up your students for using Lessons Online can be found in another tutorial. This has been a video about creating classes and adding students in Lessons Online. For more details about Lessons Online, visit the NUITEQ Support Wiki. Here are some additional useful links.